So in the birthday problem, suppose you have a room of k people. Ultimately, we would really like to know what's the probability that at least 2 people have the same birthday, right? But the easiest way to calculate that is to instead calculate the probability that no 2 people have the same birthday, and then use law of complements to get the other probability we're interested in. Okay. So if we consider as our sample space here the set of all ways to distribute k birthdays, right? Not taking into account leap year, although Mike and I did do the one leap year after class that one time. Then what are the number of ways, what are the number of sample points in our sample space? Well, it would just be 365. So every person has 365 possible days on which their birthday could lie. So the first person has 365 days, but then for each of those 365 days, the second person has 365 days also, and so does the third, and so on, so that the total sample space size is 365 to the k. Okay. Now, in this case, all possible ways of distributing these 365 birthdays would be equally likely. Okay. In which case, we can calculate the probability of our event in interest. So if we think of A as the event that no 2 people have the same birthday, we can calculate the probability of A by counting how many outcomes satisfy the conditions required by A and dividing by the size of our sample space. The denominator we just know. Okay? Now, for A to be satisfied, that means now we're restricting it so that no 2 people have the same birthday. So let's say I started with Marina. There's 365 possible days on which her birthday could lie. Okay? But then if I'm moving next to Chelsea, if I want Chelsea's birthday to be different than Marina's, there's now only 364 possibilities. Okay. And then for the next person, for Nate, now there's only 363 possibilities. And I would keep going and going until I got to the very last person. And the very last person would then have 365 minus k plus 1 possibilities for their birthday to lie on. And so taken as a whole, this would give the probability of the event we're interested in. And again, if you wanted to calculate the probability that at least 2 people have the same birthday, it would be 1 minus this law of complements.